Alright, hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm wearing a little bit of a more colorful outfit. I felt like doing that because I wanted to talk about something. As some of you may know, I was in a relationship, I don't know, a year and a half ago, something like that, and I recorded a few videos about my experiences after the breakup, no contact, not talking to my ex. And surprisingly, this morning I received a message out of nowhere from her, a 7.30-minute long voice message. And she decided to reach out to me because she discovered this channel and she saw my video. And I never intended her to, I don't know, see this or anything. It was not my purpose to make her see these things. But, things go round, and eventually she probably picked up on it. And I wanted to talk about my experiences after 1.5 years of no contact and my ex reaching out. And this time it was completely different because actually 6 months after we broke up, she decided to reach out, and it was a very messy situation where we talked a little bit, and then eventually it just blew up again, and then we decided to really cut the cords and not talk. And ever since that moment, we didn't speak at all. And so now we are 1.5 years later, and I have changed, she has changed, and it's truly remarkable to experience what time does to a breakup, because people change, constantly change. And as long as you're not keeping yourself stuck in the darkness, you evolve, you grow, you transform. And so I just listened to her voice message, and the energy she shared was one of gratitude. It was one of appreciation. It was one of healing. It was one of joy and growth. I could feel that she had taken the time to really work on herself. She has learned so many things, and just simply by the quality of her voice, the energy she was sharing with me, I could sense that she had gone through a very, very profound personal transformation. And I just wanted to record this video, and I felt really good about it. Actually, I felt really good about the fact that I knew that, okay, of course I was worried that she would be stuck in a dark place, resentment, fear, anger, disappointment, all these things, right? And hearing her speak with such a upbeat, grateful energy, it touched me and it made me feel very good, because of course you spend a lot of time together. You share yourself when you're in an intimate relationship together, and when you do that, you allow your hearts to connect, so you create memories together. So there is, of course, important things that you can just swipe under the rug. You spend a huge amount of time and energy and attention together, which is significant. It's like a significant part in your upbringing. You see what I mean? So you share yourselves. So you don't just erase the memories. That's not the point. Why would you even want to do that? You were in a relationship for a reason. You were in a relationship to teach each other things, to share things with each other, to show each other things, to express, to experience, to feel, to, so many things. Relationships, they serve, I think, the greatest spiritual purpose. They are like a mirror for yourself. They mirror your state, they mirror your being. It's constantly a pain back and forth between two people who can be like this when they are both in a state where it has to be like this, so they understand that, okay, these are things I need to work on. But or it can be like this, and you're extremely close, and you feel connected, and everything is going well. And of course, after a while, it can also again go bad. Like there is ups and downs. You know, The Course of Love by Alain de Botton really describes this in a lot of detail. I highly recommend you check out the book. I also highly recommend you watch the YouTube video I recorded about this. And I also, if you want to get a little bit more, um, how would I say, depth or body or understanding around this topic, you can go watch my 5 months and 3 months no contact breakup videos, and you can see the difference. This is exactly also a reason why I wanted to record these videos, you know, so I can look back and I can see, wow, you've come such a long way. You've come such a long way. And now it's 1.5 years later, and she came a long way, I came a long way, and now we are able to express gratitude towards each other. We let it go, we let it behind. And there is no pain. There is no tension, there is no resentment, there is no fear, you know. Let me close this so it's not too light on my face. It's like I'm a glowing ball of light. Well, I am, but I don't want to look like white, that white male. No, this is a stupid joke. Excuse my stupid jokes. Anyways, so the 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 memories you created together, the transformation you went through, it's profound, and her transformation is equally as profound. And I am happy about that, really, because it's not something to take for granted at all. Some people get stuck there for years, and they are so attached to this victim mentality, this victim identity, where they are identifying themselves as the victim of a breakup or of a relationship that went haywire, that didn't end well, right? But she decided to not do that. I decided to not do that. And a year and a half later, we can now see things from a distance. And the reason why I also want to record this video is when you are going through a breakup, when I was going through the breakup, it was helpful to hear and watch people speak about their experiences in the future. So I could watch that, I could sit there and could be like, okay, there's hope. Things will change. Right now I don't feel like this, but eventually it will change. So I want to tell you that it's gonna change. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you it's gonna change. I promise you. Right now, you are fucked up. You are suffering. You are struggling. You are in a bad place. You can't stop thinking about her. You want to reach out. You want to, but you need this time to allow your system to separate. You need this time to find yourself again, because you became like this, and then of course when you separate you have to find this again, right? And after that, after the initiation of being on yourself on your own again, then maybe you can go together like this, and the relationship can be a container. You will learn this. Trust me, you will learn it. So this breakup is teaching you so many things. I am so grateful for what happened, because it drove me to start this YouTube channel. It drove me to learn so much about self-development. I truly, honestly believe that breakups can be one of the most transformational happenings in your entire life. I'm reading a book, Grounded Spirituality, by, let me check because I hate when I mispronounce the authors. So I am reading the book Grounded Spirituality by Jeff Brown. Grounded Spirituality by Jeff Brown. It's an amazing read. I highly recommend you read it. I will record a book review about it when I finish. Anyways, he talks about this. He went through a brutal, brutal breakup, but it put him on the path of spiritual enlightenment. It guided him, and it will guide you too. And it guided me. So I'm here to share with you my experiences, how it guided me, what happened. And after 1.5 years, if you decide to commit to yourself, to focus on yourself, because that's what I did. I decided to commit to myself. I decided to focus on myself. I went out. Tried new things, experiences. I started this YouTube channel. I committed to lots of things. A lot of things. I met a ton of people. I did so many crazy things, so many interesting things, because I decided to commit to myself. Because what else do? You break up. What do you have? Well, only yourself, right? So all this love you want to give, you learn to give it to yourself, right? And this creates such a profound personal transformation, and she has been doing the same. It took some time, 1.5 years. That's a long time, but it's also not, you see. So I hope by sharing my personal experiences with you, you can gain hope. You can watch this and know that, okay, things will get better. And even if your ex-girlfriend isn't as aware and consciously developed as my ex-girlfriend, because I really believe that she is very smart and intelligent, and she's aware and conscious, and she thinks about stuff. She is not just unaware, unconscious. No, she's conscious. She thinks, she learns, she wants to grow, she wants to improve herself, right? Otherwise I wouldn't have been with her in the first place. um, so sometimes maybe your ex-girlfriend is not like that. Okay, then maybe you need to wait for 3 years. And guys, this is so important. I After this second time she reached out, after like 6 months, it blew up. It completely blew up, and it ended not in a good way. Really, it didn't end in a good way. It was just, okay, we just cut it, all the contact, no contact, not talking at all. And I kind of accepted that. I accepted that, okay, this is how it is. We will both move on, and things will eventually turn out to be fine. I had faith that it would be okay. I knew it. I accepted it. But I didn't expect her to reach out. I didn't expect anything. I was okay with anything. I just, of course, in my prayers sometimes, not that I pray, but in my meditations, sometimes I wished her well. I hope that she was feeling fulfilled, purposeful, feeling loved, surrounded by the people that she cares about, that care for her, right? And now that she reached out to me and she shared her gratitude, her appreciation, I got emotional. It touched me deeply. Why? Because of course I want her to be in a good place. And I know that you don't reach out to someone to share your gratitude and appreciation if you're not in a good place yourself. If you're in a bad place, if she would have been still in a bad place and she would have reached out, I would have felt that in her message. She would have been judgmental, angry, accusing, blaming, all these things, because then that would mean she was still in a bad place. She didn't really took the lessons from our relationship, from the breakup. But she did, because she reached out with gratitude, with appreciation. She told me all the things that she was grateful for, and I shared the same things. And it feels great to do that, because yes, there are so many things to be grateful for in your relationships, in your previous relationships. Even though a lot of things might have been bad or ugly, it's part of the game. We're human. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. We make mistakes, right? But there's also so much to be grateful for. And when you allow the space, when you allow for the space to be there, when you allow each individual to find themselves again, to pour this love they have been giving away all the time, to gain the love, it's backwards. It's really a paradox. You're trying to give your love in order to gain the love, but what we don't understand is that we have to give the love to ourselves so we can exchange it in a way. It's so backwards that most people, and I was there too, right? Of course I was giving in order to get. It's not good. Give to yourself and it will come. Really, I am giving to myself by creating this channel. Look what happens. She reaches out with gratitude, with appreciation. How amazing is that, guys? How amazing is that? When you focus on yourself, when you really live your life authentically, when you honor yourself, great things come. And I feel honestly so excited about this. What imagine if this happens now, after 2 weeks of really committing to pushing this channel. Imagine what will happen in the future. What amazing things will come from that. I don't even dare to imagine, right? So that's why I wanted to wear this shirt. I got it from a great friend of mine, JC Vagabond. You should check out his content on Instagram. He is an amazing photographer. He boudoir photographer, that's what they call it. Basically, it's a sexy guy taking pictures of sexy girls in a sexy way. And he gave this to me. It has very good memories, actually. We went to Sziget Festival in Hungary, and he was wearing this one. And then he kind of like outgrew it or something, and he was like, here, you can have it. I'm like, I love it. I want it. So today I felt like wearing it because, I don't know, I thought it was funny. So that's why I did it. Anyways, I'm digressing. So 1.5 years after your breakup, and I'm not saying that this is the exact time span, right? It's not necessarily 1.5. Oh, you're like, Wolf, but you told me after 1.5 years she would reach out to me. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that it requires a certain amount of time for both people to distance themselves from the pain, from the hurt, from the disappointment, from the separation, the grieving, the grievance. There is a period of grief because basically you you lose a loved one. That's what it is. It's like your family member dying, or your, like, of course it's a totally different thing if you lose a parent or whatever, but it's still the loss of a loved one when you break up. Even if it was ugly when it ended, you still lost a loved one, and you still gave yourself, and you still allowed yourself to to be and feel connected. And actually it's beautiful that you felt hurt and pained and scared and disappointed and afraid. Why? Because it shows that you connected to that person. You allowed yourself to be connected together. It's something to be grateful for. I am now so grateful for the pain I felt after my relationship. I can honestly say I am grateful for the pain I felt after my relationship. When I was back there in that time, I would never imagine me saying this. Never. I was like, fuck man, I want this to stop right now. I can't deal with this. It's too much. So what did I do? I tried to look for ways to deal with the pain. And one of the ways was starting this channel. And the videos were there, and then it was easy to pick it back up again. So the breakup, it can be the most powerful source of energy for personal transformation. If you take the lessons that are hidden in your breakup, if you extract the energy and you use it to put a fire under your ass, you use it to fight the pain, you use it not resist it, to transform it, like alchemists. You take one substance and you transform it into another substance. You are basically a mental emotional alchemist when you do that. It's great, amazing. A mental emotional alchemist. I love it. So you take pain, disappointment, anger, frustration, resentment, and with time and attention and effort, these are the crucial ingredients. So you have to sprinkle in some ingredients, sprinkle it in, and then it transforms into something amazing, something beautiful, into my creation, into her creation, into her appreciation, into my appreciation, gratitude. Beautiful, amazing. You will get there. Trust me. Allow the time, the space. Right now, I know that for some of you who are going through a breakup, it's the most painful thing. It's absolutely devastating. It's horrible. You want it to end. You really want it to end right now, as fast as possible. And you're trying to date other people, and you're trying to numb the pain, and you're trying to have sex left and right, and you're trying to whatever, do so many different things, right? It's okay. Experiment with that. Allow yourself to move this energy through you. Allow it to happen. It's fine. It's okay. I did it too, right? But stay conscious, stay aware, pay attention, spend time in silence. And in these small moments when the chaos and all the stimulation and the overwhelming feelings, when they settle a little bit, when you enter this calm, more present space inside yourself, there will be this voice, and it will tell you things. And I'm not saying this in this schizophrenic way. We all have these voices in our head. You know it. I know it. So that's why I know it. You know it, because we're all one. You see. So this whisper, and it's telling you, go try this out, give this a try, give this a shot. For me, the whisper was just record videos, share your experiences, do this. For you, it might be buy a guitar, start playing guitar, buy a notebook, write in it, go do volunteering work, charity work, anything. But this voice, it will say it, and you will have to listen in silence. And when you do that, amidst all the chaos and the numbing and the trying to get rid of the pain, try to put at least a little bit of effort into feeding that voice, feeding those thoughts. Put a little bit of energy and attention in them. And I was thinking about this yesterday on my bicycle. Sorry, what you give attention, it grows. And it's almost with anything, you know. You give attention to a negative thought, it grows. You give attention to your plants, it grows. You give attention to your children, they grow. You give attention to positive vibes, they grow. Whatever you put attention to, it's energy, it's love, you know, it's attention, it's energizing, it's energy. So when you add energy to a system, it grows, you know. Of course, this is not, when I look at the lamp in my room, it's not gonna grow, but you see what I mean. You see what I mean. So give it a little bit of attention every single day. Pay attention to this voice. Really pay attention to it, and allow yourself to go through this grieving phase. Allow yourself to go through a phase where you're numbing yourself, where you're you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do, so you just try stuff, and you will hit certain spots. You will hit certain walls. You will fuck yourself up a few times. Please be careful. I'm not advising you to do really stupid stuff. Okay, be responsible. You know. Um, Disclaimer: behave responsibly after a breakup, right? So you want to allow yourself to move through this chaos and find people that can guide you, that can help you through this process. For me, it helped so much to have my best friend. I called him every fucking single day for an hour and a half. He was the rock in this tumultuous chaos. He was the solid point, the point that I could, the chaos storm, and then there was this lighthouse, and I could, yes, okay, it's fine. I can be in the sea, but I can still see the lighthouse. So I feel safe. I feel okay. I know I can share. I forever grateful for that. Like, I cannot even start to describe how much it means to me. Timur, if you're watching this, Timur, man, wow, I cannot describe how much it meant to me. And all my friends, right? Yorim, like, I spend hours in his apartment just to not feel alone, just to not have to feel alone. Louis, I slept in his bed because I was too afraid to sleep alone. Wow, Louis, Yorim, guys, everyone who is there for me, I it means so much. So surround yourself with friends who support you, right? Who support you through this chaos, tumultuous phase, and you will see it will settle. And then once you allow the time and the space for you to really come back to yourself, you know, return home, find yourself again. The two people who are like this, they separate. It's painful, resistance, so much anger and resentment, and then like this, and then they still resist this, and then after a while, if enough time passes, then they will find themselves as individuals, and they will be able to reflect back on this part, and they will understand that they were two individuals who had to learn so many things, and this relationship was one of the great teachers, right? And I went to look for almost like mentors, if you will, like people who could guide me. I found YouTube channels. That's also exactly why I am doing this now for you guys, because hopefully you can look for mentors and you will maybe find me and you can hear me talk about these things, and it helps you to process the pain, right? And if you feel like I am a person you trust, and if you feel like I am a person you would like to share your suffering with, if you would like some guidance, some support with your specific situation, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to me through email, flowofconsciousness1@gmail.com, and you can reach out to me on Instagram, flow of consciousness. The off is a O, and let's talk, let's share. If you feel alone, if you don't have anyone you can share it with, I want to be a person that you can at least share some of your pain with, because it's so important to be able to do that. It's so important, so important. Really, you don't underestimate the value of being able to share your pain with someone who is paying attention to it and who accepts that you are suffering, who validates your emotions, right? So important. So 1.5 years later, I feel so grateful for what happened. And this is what you hear everywhere. And when you're down in the gutter, you don't believe it. You're like, I am a special snowflake. For me, it's so much more painful. Things will never get better. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. You will get better. I promise you, you will get better. And right now, it's difficult. It's suffering. It's not easy. It's actually incredibly hard. And that's what she said. Oh, sorry, stupid joke. It's incredibly hard, but you will go through it. You will be able to find yourself again. And it's so cliche. Oh, find yourself. But it's true. It's a cliche for a reason, right? So yes, I just felt like I wanted to record this video to give you hope, because it's important to not lose hope when you're in the darkness, when you're facing all your demons and all the anger and resentment and the fears there and the pain. You want to keep track of hope. It's so important. And for me, it was very important to hear other people talk about their experiences in the future, because it would mean that, okay, every day that passes, I'm moving closer to that future where I will not feel like this anymore. It's not forever. It's not forever, guys. Really, it's not. Even though it might feel like that, you're like, this will never end. I don't know what to do with myself. It's not forever. And you will be so grateful for this time. It's in the darkness, in the shadow, that you plant the seeds for the flourishing to happen, right? You have to plant the seed in order for it to be able to bloom and to blossom, to grow. And the first part is in the soil. It's dark. There's no light. You don't know what you're doing. You're moving up in the earth, fighting all these obstacles. A plant, when you put the seed and there's a stone obstructing it from going up, it goes around, or sometimes even through the stone. So it overcomes every obstacle, because its purpose is to bloom eventually. To reach the sun, to reach the energy, to share its beauty, to share its gift to the world. Incredible. A plant is such an amazing metaphor for life. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So you have to fight through the darkness in the earth. And then the one of the hardest parts even is when it's right, about to break through. This is the hardest part. There is, the surface tension. It's a physical phenomenon that at the surface there is more energy, because there's separation between it's only in water, but metaphorically in the earth it's the same thing, right? Because there is a separation between the water and the air. There is a layer of energy that's absolutely separating it, right? The surface tension. There is tension on the surface, right? So that's why these mosquitoes, they can walk on the water, because there is energy there. They can the tension there is sufficient to sustain them, so they don't sink. So the plant, the last part is the cracking, reaching the sky, reaching the sun. And then when you did the work down in the gutter, down in the earth, fighting your way to the surface, then you can reap the benefits. But it's only because you were spending your time and energy down there in the dirt. And I'm not saying that you should intentionally put yourself down there in the dirt because you want to reap the benefits. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, though, that this is an important memory, an important idea to keep in your mind, that things will change and you will reap the benefits of this dark period in your life. It's always like that, guys. Darkness, light, darkness, light. It's the cycles. That's exactly what this means. It's exactly what this means. We become full again. We go back in the darkness, and it repeats forever. You know, and each cycle you learn, you grow, you transform, right? And honestly, guys, I am so grateful for what this breakup brought me, and I am so happy that she is in a similar place and that she feels good. You know, she's in a good place because she shared her appreciation and gratitude with me, and that is proof. You can't fake it. You can, if you share appreciation and gratitude for someone and you fake it, you feel it. You know it. The vibration, the energy that is being communicated with the words, the voice, everything, you can't fake it. So I know that she's in a good place, and I'm so happy, so grateful, so thankful, because of course I was worried, right? I was worried. And now I don't have to feel worried anymore because I know she's in a good place. And that's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic because I'm in a good place too. And that's beautiful. So stay hopeful, guys. You will get there. I promise. You'll get there. I promise. So on that note, I want to end this video. I want to thank you for paying attention to my rant, my talk. I hope it was entertaining. I very much enjoyed doing it. I really did. And I want to thank you for being brave. I want to thank you for doing the work, for looking inwards, for trying to make yourself a better person. And with that, making the world a better place. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.